Scottie Pippen. If Krause was unappreciated by the fans, Pippen was short-ended by the front office. Voted in 1996 as one of the NBA's 50 all-time greatest players, the 7-time All-Star complained that he was not only unappreciated, but underpaid.
Scottie said stuff like that all the time. You know, he's quitting the team. He's quitting basketball. I mean, who could he? He says, I'm never going to wear a Bulls uniform again.
Scottie thought that he should get more respect. He thought that he should be held up on a pedestal as a superstar in the league.
The 98 season, when Pippen was out injured and angry and asking to be traded, Krause was on the bus, and Pippen was drunk at the back, screaming at Jerry Krause to trade him, and it got really ugly.
The source of Pippen's frustration was a 5-year, $18 million contract extension he signed in 1991. 3 years later, he was the Bulls' 5th highest-paid player.
It was his fault. I mean, he wanted a contract that was front-loaded. So Jerry Reinsdorf held him to it, and he resented that.
Both Mr. Reinsdorf and I sat in a room with Scottie and said, don't sign this contract. It's going to be outmoded. And he said, I need the security. I want the contract.
See, Scottie was immature, and he just wanted that money. And even though Reinsdorf told him that, Pippen did it.
When the Bulls refused to renegotiate his contract, Pippen began counting down his days to free agency.
Scottie wanted out. He wanted to make his big money and wanted to try to prove himself outside of the shadow of Jordan.
I think Scottie was going to go. I really believe that. I think Scottie wanted a payday. He wanted a multi-year deal. He wanted security. I think that impacts everything else.
9 days after Jordan retired, Pippen got what he wanted by signing a 5-year, $67 million contract with Chicago with the understanding he would be dealt to Houston in a sign-and-trade. With the Bulls' dynasty reduced to a memory, the rest of the cast dispersed throughout the league.
I ended up signing right after that with San Antonio, and Judd Bushler signed with Detroit, and Bill Wennington went to Sacramento. But Scottie's signing with Houston was probably the first domino to fall.
I think a significant amount of blame can be placed on Scottie Pippen's departure from Chicago and the downfall of the Chicago Bulls. He was a player that you could build a team around, and when he left, I think it all kind of fell apart.